Man, my hair looks crazy. Hi. I'm going to review two movies because I watched Pacto Diabolico, and then this is pretty bad. I watched it and I was like, there's not much I could say. It's from, I think it's from 1967. It's got John Carradine. It's about, it's supposed to be like a Jekyll and Hyde, but it was terrible. It was, it was just boring, really boring. It's like there's one kill when he turns into Mr. Hyde. He just has fur on his hands, like looks like gloves, and he has his face is painted black. There's really nothing else. Just this is really boring. So don't watch this. Like I would give it two hands of fate. Just I don't even know why I give it two. Maybe just one. One for John Carradine, and yeah, yeah, one. But then I watched Senora Muerte, and I was like, man, I was like, seems like it's gonna be like Pacto Diabolico because it also has John Carradine and it's from 1969. They're both Mexican, but this one was thankfully a lot better. Uh, starts out this married couple, they're in bed and the husband's saying how he doesn't want to die, he feels it coming, and his wife's like, no, you know, you will live, that won't happen. And then he just has a heart attack, and she calls. He tells her to call um, John Carradine, who's another. He's a mad scientist in here. He's a mad scientist in here, and he says he can keep him alive. But then he says, "I need your help." So he like does an experiment on her, a procedure on her, and like half her face like gets ugly. Kind of like reminds you like Freddy Krueger. And and then he's like, your husband's dead, but now we got to keep you alive, so you got to bring me fresh blood, like fresh female blood to keep you from turning half ugly. So she starts killing, and I was just thinking, wow, this is from 1969. How many um, horror movies with female killers were in them? I don't know. This is one of them. And this movie has some good wacky parts. Like she goes home after she turns ugly that first time, and for some reason there's just a lion cub in her bed, like chewing on the bed covering, and you never see the lion cub again. It's got some good rockabilly music, kind of rockabilly-ish when she's driving. That was cool. There's some parts that are, oh yeah, John Carradine has a Igor type assistant called Leor. He was pretty good. I was like, man, I want to see Leor's movie. He's just got it's really comes off as comedic. Like, you know, he's got the hump, he's got the unibrow, he's just got this slack jawed look on his face. He was really good. He doesn't come out that much, but he comes out enough. Then he falls in love. The lady's name is Marlene. He falls in love with her. Kind of tries to force himself on her, and she has to fight him off. And then so she's killing women to get fresh blood. And there's a good story where she's trying to pin her murders on like this guy that works for her. There's a lot of fashion stuff in there, which is boring. So she's killing the women all around this guy that works for her, trying to like make it look like, you know, he's killing all these women, which is, you know, makes her trying something. It's not totally dumb and uninteresting like Pacto Diabolico. And then it just ends like the police are closing in. They're real because they lock that guy up, and then she kills again, so they know, well, it's not him. And then finally, you know, she thinks she's dying, so she runs to John Carradine, and he had done it anyway. It was pretty good, and it ends with like an explosion and the shock ending of La Senora Muerte. Mine is a bootleg that I got from Unearthly DVD, And I don't know. You might want to see if this is on um, YouTube. It probably is. I think all these. I think this one is. Yeah, don't watch this. But if you want to watch like a Mexican horror movie from 1969 for some reason, I don't know why. I got these because I was really getting into the Paul Nashke werewolf movies, and I wanted to find like other like gothic, uh, like foreign horror movies, and I was like, oh man, these would be good. I've had this one for a while, and like I'd put it on, and I'd get drunk, fall asleep, or not pay attention. And finally paying attention, I was like, man, not good. La Senora Muerte. I probably won't watch it again, but I'm glad I watched it. Um, Maybe I might throw it on one. Like if I had like I was gonna watch a bunch of Mexican horror movies again for some reason, I might throw La Senora Muerte in there. But yeah, if you have any interest in like the Paul Nashke Spanish horror movies or just like late '60s kind of, there's some good music too. If you're just looking for something like that, La Senora Muerte, it's good. You could do a lot worse, like watching this. But this one I would give 3. No, 2.5. 2.5. Manos Hands of Fate. It's like right in the middle. But she does look cool when she changes. It's like half Freddy Krueger, half normal. Oh, and the lady that plays Melina, she's really pretty and she's good. I found myself, what's gonna happen to her. Like I was vested in it, so that's good. So man, I don't know what I'm gonna watch next. I am gonna go watch SmackDown, but that's what I watched in the last 2 days. Like I'd watch half of it and then it'd get late. This one, man, I was just, please end. But this one was, a lot better. So, gather what you need from that, and if you're gonna watch one, let me know.